for the heads up. All right, so with perfect timing, let's get into NVIDIA. So I want to talk about NVIDIA and my thoughts on the earnings, and I don't want to talk about it tomorrow night so much, which I will again, because if we're playing it before the close tomorrow, none of you guys are going to know what my strategy is, unless, of course, you're in the room. You'll know exactly what it is. But if you just listen in for free on Facebook and for free on YouTube, I want to really give you guys a chance to understand the mindset as well, so I can help you guys as well. So let's go and let's talk about NVIDIA. So last time they reported was after hours on February 8th. It was after hours on February 8th. The stock closed at 217.52 and it opened up at 237.89. 217.52, 237.89. So what that means is the stock gapped up $20, $20.37. Let's call it $20, right? $20 gap up. I'm going to give you strategies after I analyze it to even explain to you how I plan on trading it on Friday morning, potentially, even after the fact that I may or may not take it as an overnight tomorrow. But let's discuss that. So last time on earnings, they reported a non-GAAP EPS of $1.72 versus $1.16 expected. That's massive. 2.91 billion in revenue versus 2.68 billion in revenue. That is massive. Hey guys, we made $330 million more than Wall Street expected us to make. That's massive. So what came out the next day? I'm going to talk about the last analyst upgrades here in NVIDIA as well. Right after they reported that and the stock gapped up, Citi put a 270 target from 240, which is higher than where it's trading now. Jefferies put a $300 target from 240, which is also higher than where it's trading now. You had Nomura Instant, another analyst, with a 225 target from 190. Bank of America Merrill, very respected analyst, $300 target from 275. Stifel put a 220 target from 184. Needham with a $300 target. Those are three analysts with $300 target plus. SunTrust put a $305 target from 253. That's four analysts with a $300 plus price target on NVIDIA. So what happened basically since all this thing is, I also want to remind you of some words that were said on the last earnings report, because here is something that I think a lot of traders either are unaware of or are overlooking. Cryptocurrency. So what NVIDIA reported on their last earnings report is that cryptocurrency demand led to lower channel inventory. Lower channel inventory. In fact, as a professional gamer and ties in the professional gaming world, there are a lot of professional gamers who are extremely upset because the $200 video card they wanted to buy was now on eBay for $500. It was the first time ever in known human history where you had to pay a significant markup from retail on a video card. That never, ever, 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 ever happens. It's like buying a keyboard. It's like buying a new keyboard, and it's like the manufacturer suggested retail price is $99, but you have to pay $250 for it. You're like, what? So here's a company that pumps out millions of video cards, and they're selling at 2.5 times higher from secondary sources because people are gobbling them up to mine things like cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and countless other cryptocurrencies, setting up their own personal mining rigs. So this was the actual words from the company. I'm going to repeat it to you. On its Q4 earnings call, the company noted the cryptocurrency demand for processors. NVIDIA met some of the demand with a dedicated board in its OEM business, and some demand was met with its gaming GPUs. The company explained that they are working diligently to get GPUs, in quotes, down to the marketplace for the gamers. You know what that means? They're working diligently to get GPUs down to the marketplace for the gamers. Let me translate that into English. What do you think they're doing when they're getting the GPUs down to the marketplace to the gamers? Is it like Ed McMahon and they knock on your door and it has like a big check and it's like, hey, congratulations? And they take a picture of you when you're wearing, when you're in your boxers and a wife beater and you're like unshaven, you're like, oh, thanks, Ed McMahon. I love you. I can't believe I won Publishers Clearinghouse. You think they're coming out to all these gamers with GPUs? Hey there, little Timmy, here you go. Of course not. That's not how they're trying to do it. The way they're trying to do it is they're creating more supply. The demand spiked through the roof, and guess what? I guarantee you NVIDIA is going to report that they sold way more GPUs than you could have expected because they're here to meet demand. They're here to meet demand. They're not a silly company like Nintendo, which knows that, there's 10 million people who want to buy their system, so they'll produce 2.5 million units to create a demand for them. This is not Nintendo. This is NVIDIA. This is a much bigger publicly traded company. And if NVIDIA understands the demands for these GPUs are much higher, they are going to flood the market to bring the price down to normalcy because they don't really care what their GPU is selling for on the black market. Believe me, remember when they said they acted like they were upset? And I said, if you remember from months ago, I said this is the greatest thing ever for NVIDIA, that people are trampling over each other to get their video cards. It couldn't have been a better dream come true for the company. So let me ask you a question. We have Bitcoin going up recently, and we have people setting up more mining rigs, and cryptocurrency is the farthest thing in the world from dead. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen with cryptocurrency? I had privy to one of the high net worth auctions out there, and I see what they're pitching high net worth. They consider high net worth individuals people with 30 million or more dollars net worth. And I was talking to some of these companies who were pitching these people, and they were basically pitching them crypto coins, pitching them crypto coins for high net worth individuals. There's literally a new cryptocurrency that's only being sold to high net worth individuals. So cryptocurrency to me is still a hot thing, because if you could get the wealthiest people in the world behind it, and you could get that little, the little John Doe miner, mining a rig or two or three in his basement, you're going to be selling these rigs. And people are going to buy these video cards. And not only that, because the video cards went up in value, you're going to have stores ordering more of these video cards in anticipation that they were going to be sold, and they're going to be stacking up on them too. So NVIDIA's GPU business, in my humble, fundamental, due diligenced opinion, is going to explode when they announce how many GPUs they sold. The company even basically said it. NVIDIA, you ready? This is the company's words. These are not my words. NVIDIA added that, besides that, the company explained that they're working diligently to get GPUs down to the marketplace for the gamers. NVIDIA added that the most important thing is that they catch up. How do you catch up? You build the crap. You pump out as many video cards as humanly possible. That is what you do to catch up to cryptocurrency demand. So not only that, because these chips are so powerful, Amazon is developing an AI chip to work on Alexa-powered devices. That came out on February 12th. That Amazon was like, screw it, I got to do it too. Now, every time you see a company that goes ahead and does it, like Amazon, they understand the marketplace. Who do you think understands the chip marketplace better? An entire team who's making millions of dollars as a salary, whose job it is to understand this, or you and I? If Amazon is investing in it, they know what the heck they're doing. I'm pretty confident in that. So Amazon is all of a sudden developing a chip to compete with NVIDIA to put inside their Alexa devices. Alexa, where is NVIDIA opening up after earnings? NVIDIA should open up over $275. So not only that, they were talking RBC Capital on February 20th came out following a report that Bitmain, which makes ASIC uh, ASIC processors, are going to create a GPU based miner to mine Ethereum. So what happens was on February 20th, analysts basically said that this would take crypto demand away from AMD and NVIDIA. That was RBC analyst Mitch Steves. It's funny how you have two first names, just the second one plural. Mitch Steves, like Steven without, like Stevens without the N, basically said that this would take away business from NVIDIA. I got news for you. The Bitmain Ethereum miner sucks. The Bitmain Ethereum miner sucks compared to some of the other miners they have, especially compared to other miners. So they couldn't even compete with it. So now all of a sudden Bitmain pretty much has a miner that's not too effective. That's also bullish for Nvidia. That's come out since the last earnings report. That came out on February 20th. There's an SEC probe into ICOs on March 1st. Guess what? You can't stop. You can't. You can stop initial coin offerings, but all this does is give more confidence to the people that are mining coins out there. I thought that was bullish for cryptocurrency in general, and as a result, bullish for Nvidia. That came out on March 1st. Let's go ahead and show you guys a chart of Bitcoin. Let's just give me one moment, just pulling it up. All right, let's get the little interactive chart here. All right, so here, I'm gonna just paint it on you and show you when the last time NVIDIA reported earnings. So right here, doing it so I could just show you interactively. So right over here, is where Bitcoin reported earnings, NVIDIA reported earnings. NVIDIA reports earnings February 8th, 2018, right over there. Since then, Bitcoin went up about $4,000, came all the way back down $4,000, and then bounced about $3,500. Now, one would say, based on this price, and this is a Bitcoin US dollar chart, one would incorrectly guess, as maybe I would even incorrectly guess, that this would be the prime. This would be the most. Would this be the most? Oh, pink is a terrible color. Let's make it in red. Would this be the most GPUs NVIDIA sold? Nope. See, one would think that the price of Bitcoin would relate directly to how many GPUs NVIDIA sold, as if people were getting excited at the price of Bitcoin, were buying GPUs to make their own personal mining rig systems, and then waited, and then maybe stopped buying them as the price was going down. But the truth was, this was where the majority of people were buying GPUs, was here in orange. This is where the majority of people were buying GPUs because NVIDIA sold the most GPUs ever when they reported earnings there on February 8th. They have never sold more GPUs in their life. In fact, the demand extremely outweighed the supply. So this is what I am saying right now. This is how I do my due diligence. We talk logically. So here in purple is all the time that NVIDIA had since their last earnings. So how many do you think NVIDIA sells this time? How many GPUs do you think NVIDIA sells this time? My thoughts? You want to know my thoughts? Record numbers of GPUs. Because when people are buying these mining rigs, and they're going to see this is my thoughts, and they see the same video cards selling for half as much or retail value as opposed to paying 1.5 to 2.5 times retail value, they're going to look at it as a steal. And considering that cryptocurrency isn't going anywhere and that people are still extremely excited about cryptocurrency, I see no reason why it hasn't increased in popularity. I believe cryptocurrency has increased in popularity. I think the people who are buying Bitcoin are staying in the cryptocurrency market. Whether they have Bitcoin or not, or another cryptocurrency is irrelevant. They're remaining within the crypto market. And people are overseas, the ICO market is exploding. People keep releasing new coins, new coins, new coins. And a lot of those coins are mineable, which means a lot of GPUs need to be sold. So the question is, NVIDIA was definitely producing more GPUs during this period. They admitted it on their last earnings call back in February. Do you think they're going to be able to sell them? Of course they are. Of course they're going to be able to sell them. Now, now, um, let's just go into other parts of NVIDIA's business, the sexy part of NVIDIA's business, like artificial intelligence. Is artificial intelligence important? Well, here you have Tesla. Almost no company in the world is valuated this high with the amount of money they hemorrhage every single month. Almost no company has no clear path to visibility to profitability, even though Elon Musk claims there is. He's going to have to show me the numbers before I believe that. Every car this company sells, they lose money. You think selling cars would make this company more money? Of course not. That's actually how they kill themselves. They're spending pretty much like $10 for every $2 they make on a car. So they sell you the car for $2 and it costs them 10. That's pretty much analogically what Tesla is doing when they sell you a vehicle. So what does Tesla do? They already know they're getting increased competition from other companies. Go to your BMW local dealership, they have this electric car in the showroom that costs $185,000. You look at Honda, you look at Toyota, you look at Ford. They're all doing electric hybrid vehicles. You know what that means? This company is screwed. Tesla is screwed. What, you think people really care? You think Tesla's going to have the only electric car on the market? No. In fact, they will have one of the worst electric cars on the market. Why? Because they don't have the type of money and backing that a company like Toyota has, or BMW has, or Ford has. And not only that, after those other companies sell their electric vehicles, there's one major difference between Ford, Toyota, and BMW and Tesla. All the other companies make money when they sell you an electric vehicles and significant amounts of money when they sell you an electric vehicle. That's the difference. This company just can't do it profitably. Uh-oh. So what do you think happens to Tesla? So what Tesla does is they do the next smartest thing. Tesla starts investing in artificial intelligence, automatic driving, which it seems now like every 2, 3 weeks there's some fatal, horrible, terrible accident. I mean, go to Joe Rogan and type in Tesla auto driving cars. These people have been known to just fall asleep at the wheel. They wake up in the morning, they go in their car, they program where they need the car to go, and they're literally, I mean, there were videos of it, literally showing people driving by in a Tesla sleeping with their eyes closed with a pillow behind their head. I kid you not. People are sleeping. Yeah, automated vehicles, let it drive for you. That sounds great, right? It does. But here's the deal. You have a company like NVIDIA now competing with Tesla. NVIDIA is competing with Tesla. Who do you think is going to do a better job at artificial intelligence? A company who has the respect of gamers across the planet over the last 25, 30 years? Or Elon Musk, who sends a rocket into space on technology in which he purchased, not invented, not created, so he could look cool, bleeds billions of dollars, and already has a crappy track record of his artificial intelligence, or a company like NVIDIA, who, if you recall, one of the biggest reasons it was shooting up here when it went up to like 120, 130, 140 was because of their artificial intelligence. Remember that? And then what, of course, happened is you had Citron come out when the stock was right around here at when the stock popped up right here, just under 120. And Citron put a $90 target because they felt NVIDIA was overvaluated. NVIDIA got to around $95 and then continued higher. And guess what? Citron comes out again 2 days ago, I think, or last week was it? It basically says NVIDIA is his favorite short position into earnings. It's NVIDIA, a company that has video cards flying off the shelf. That this is his favorite short, and it's kind of scary. One thing is for sure, regardless if NVIDIA gaps up or down on earnings, I don't think anyone could really 100% predict that. But one thing is for sure, fundamentally speaking, this company should have better sales than it ever has in the history of the company's existence. And if their artificial intelligence moved just a little, if they move the needle just a little on their AI, where do you think these companies like Ford, BMW, Toyota, and all the other car companies, and Mercedes, and all these other car companies out there, where do you think they're going to go for their artificial intelligence technology? NVIDIA is light years ahead of Tesla when it comes to artificial intelligence. Light years ahead of Tesla. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this company moves. I'm expecting bullishness, of course, on the GPUs, and I'm expecting bullishness, of course, on their artificial intelligence. And that's pretty much my analysis on NVIDIA. Tomorrow, make sure that you're in the Newsbeat show if you want to know how I'm going to trade NVIDIA, and I'll explain it to you then. They're reporting tomorrow night, and they're opening for trading, of course, on Friday. And I'll let you guys know on Thursday night how I'm trying to trade it on Friday morning so it's fresh in your head. So that's my earnings analysis. So let's talk about sale. I thought this was a good one too. A lot of you guys obviously following sale. I thought that they were going to beat across the board, and they beat across the board. So let's go ahead and take a look. Sale right now is gapped down $1 after hours. They announced 2 cents adjusted EPS versus a negative 3 cents consensus. 49.7 million beat the consensus 44.6 million, so they beat consensus by over 10%. They see their Q2 earnings per share negative 3 to negative 2 cents versus the consensus of negative 3 cents. Their consensus is higher, 49.5 to 50.5 million. Their fiscal year 18 earnings per share, 7 to 9 cents versus the 6 cents expected. I know 9 cents versus 6 cents doesn't sound like a lot, but it's beating the analysts by 50%. And they're going to produce fiscal year revenue higher than the 222 million expected. So overall, I just want to say sell point earnings look solid to me. The stock has just been an absolute animal. It's obviously my largest position, and I'm very heavy in it from all the way back from the IPO days. But I just wanted to share my thoughts on sale. I think the earnings are fabulous. I think any pullback in the name is a buying opportunity. Yes, I'm biased. The numbers don't lie. And with that being said, we're going to get just right into our game plan in Forex. And just a simple game plan here. I'm sharing Trip with you. That's Trip Advisors. And yeah, even after booking is gapping down on earnings, this one is still a little positive after hours, just showing up 18 cents at the moment. Beautiful breakout here on Trip Advisors. I'm looking for a bullish breakout tomorrow, 47.99. And of course, we got filled on one of our forex trades from yesterday. That's the euro Canadian dollar. Just please keep in mind that's not a new order. It's above the gray line here. That's a filled order already. We have our two new orders here today. Those are underneath this gray line. You got two buys. Here's our size in US standard lots. Here's the symbol. Here's the price in which I'm bidding at. Here's the stop loss level if I'm wrong. Here's the take profit level if I'm right. And of course, I'm sharing with you all my live orders. This one actually got filled yesterday. This was on yesterday's game plan in Forex. And of course, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go right now to our full stock analysis. I really hope you guys enjoyed my NVIDIA due diligence and my thoughts on it. We're going to follow up with it tomorrow. We're going to have a strategy for how to trade it on Friday, as they do report Thursday after hours, which is tomorrow after hours. We're going to go into our full stock analysis. That's your stocks, my levels and thoughts. We're the fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. We'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful evening.